Red One is the greatest Christmas movie. Hold on, my fault. Let me restart. Red One is the greatest movie of all time. Now, I get why some saw the trailer and thought that it'd be shit, but honestly, it's a misunderstood masterpiece. It's a movie that says a lot about the world we live in today and society's impact on Christmas as a whole. Now, usually I'd be throwing yucks in here, joking around and shit, but not when it comes to The Rock and his Red One. When people talk about Christmas movie classics, they usually talk about shit like Elf, Christmas Vacation, Die Hard, or the Star Wars Holiday Special, but all of those are complete dog water in comparison to Red One. Now, if you haven't seen it, please do yourself a favor and go watch it. It's so good that after 1 month in theaters, they released it on Amazon Prime. Now, thankfully, I had the pleasure to see the shit in IMAX, which I don't really get how Oppenheimer was kind of like a movie that inspired, this movie to come out on IMAX.
I had an opportunity to go watch Oppenheimer, and I watched it in the IMAX theater. I even asked, let me sit where Chris is sitting. I watched Oppenheimer, it was amazing. But I was thinking, holy shit, this thing, Red One on this screen, with this technology, it's gonna be game over.
With Oppenheimer, you get a beautifully shot 3-hour boring ass movie with, bombs and, Florence Pugh's pubes. Now, in comparison to Red One, though, you get The Rock fighting an ogre. And once again, we get another classic from legendary filmmaker Jake Kasdan, who brought us classic films like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle 2. And of course, the fan favorite masterpiece, Gooby. So as far as Red One goes, where do we begin? Where do we begin with this masterpiece? I guess we'll start with the man, the myth, the legend, Dwayne Jimson. This is his best role since The Tooth Fairy. He has such a talent for choosing amazing roles, and his role as Kevin, is it? It's hold on a second. Let me. Red One cast. That's it. Callum Drift is amazing. Who, spoiler alert, will be returning in Avengers Doomsday. The hierarchy of the Christmas kingdom is about to change. The fact that he works for the ELF and he has all these super abilities like super strength, changing objects, realities, creating avalanches, having a throbbing vein in your head as if if you take one more second in a shitty ass movie it's just gonna pop and explode. And he's able to change his height almost as if he's mimicking a particular 3-letter word. And of course, I'm talking about Kai Cenat. Chris Evans plays Jack Harlow, and he is an alcoholic hacker. Like the very first scene, it's great. It really establishes his character by showing him as a kid eating Santa's cookies. It adds a lot of depth to his character and just, kind of adds that extra backstory as to how he became a level 4 naughty lister.
A level 4 naughty lister?
It even reflects how eating Santa's cookies made him into the man he is today. In scenes where, he tries to fight a baby.
What are you looking at?
Or where he doesn't really like being a dad, which I found, very relatable because, I don't even know my children. J.K. Simmons is the perfect Santa Claus because I've always hated the fact that Santa eats cookies and it makes him fat, when that just isn't true. Now in here, they do it right. Santa eats cookies with 1 gram of protein and is always in tip-top shape, probably so that way he can fuck up Spider-Man. And as far as the villains, I was not expecting that one guy to be, the guy Jackoff was working for. And I wasn't even expecting, his boss to be the evil Christmas witch. And again, I wasn't even expecting her boss to be the most iconic Christmas villain of all time, Mojo Jojo. And outside of him, I wasn't even expecting all the other cameos in the film. Whether that would be, the multiverse of Santa Claus that shows up, like you get Tim Allen's Santa Claus, you get Kurt Russell's Santa Claus, you get Tom Hanks' Santa Claus, you even get the Santa Claus from Santa Claus versus the Devil. And one that I was not expecting at all was actually the Santa Claus that played Detective Crashmore.
What are we, 10 years old? I've seen every cock on the planet. I've seen everyone naked.
Sorry, you've seen everyone naked?
Yeah. See if they got tattoos. They do, they get no gift.
It's if you get a tattoo, you don't get anything for Christmas?
Not that year.
You know, sticking with cameos, you know, I even wasn't expecting all the other, you know, villains to show up from the anti-Super Santa League. Jim Carrey's The Grinch, Benedict Cabbage Patch's The Grinch. I wasn't expecting Krampus. I wasn't expecting the Headless Horseman. I wasn't expecting Tyler the Creator. I wasn't expecting to see, you know, Will Ferrell, you know, flying in Santa's sleigh with Santa in this movie. That's something that really took me by surprise. And out of every cameo in the film, I wasn't expecting, you know, for me to make an appearance in the film.
Yo, it's your boy Beef Stew, and we're here at Christmas at the mall with the boy, the Goat Santa.
You know, which I actually found my portrayal to be very, not very comic book accurate. Dude, I don't go on Instagram Live. That's very common knowledge. I stream on Twitch, you dumb fucks. The action scenes in the movie too are amazing. You know, I really love the action scene of the snowman storming Normandy Beach. You know, that was really fun. Santa Claus going on a killing spree though, for the Christmas witch killing Rudolph, since Rudolph isn't in this movie. I found that to be surprisingly dark. You know, it wasn't something that I was expecting. And just in general, Santa does some really dark shit in this film. I mean, whether that would be the scene where he's cussing out the children for getting him the wrong cookies.
We made cookies for you.
Thank you.
Chocolate chip and snickerdoodle.
Get the fuck out of my sight before I demolish you.
Or even the scene of him playing Call of Duty. That was intense. And of course, you know, I have to talk about the ending, you know, because the ending, it was a very, I found it odd at first, but then it grew on me, you know, it was strange, but it was also very bold for the entire ending of the movie to be footage of January 6th. Like I said, the movie is absolutely perfect. There is no other movie that compares to the greatness that is Red One. And you know, for the state that Hollywood's in right now, I just hope that studios look at the success of this film and take advantage of it so we keep getting premium filmmaking like this, because I need more scenes where Santa Claus is delivering toys to children like he's a fucking ninja. That shit was fucking badass. That shit was the tits. Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
What are you looking at?